Hi guys, it's Angel from AngelSkyeTV. Today's your weekly medicine tarot reading for the week of January 28th. This week, on Wednesday, the 31st, there is a full moon in Leo. It's a lunar eclipse. It's the second full moon of the year. So, wabam. Leo is an intense sign on a good day. Pair it with the full moon and a lunar eclipse, and there you have it. So, a lot of illumination coming for for everyone, particularly Leos and Aquariuses, I feel will benefit the most from this full moon in Leo lunar eclipse. And also, I feel like even though it's going to be a bit of a struggle for you Taurians and Scorpios, you will benefit in the long run. It's just going to pull a lot out of you. A lot of your deep, darkest fears are going to be brought to the surface. So this goes across the board for all signs, but particularly Taurus and Scorpios are going to get hit the hardest. So if you have a Taurus or a Scorpio in your life right now, they might be feeling a bit off center. You might want to be a little bit more patient with them, a little bit more understanding with them as well. So just keep that in mind, that you don't know how this moon could affect others. I just feel like just be a little bit more empathetic and understanding and compassionate with those around you. Even if their sun sign might not be Taurus or Scorpio, they might have a lot of signs that are affected by this transiting full moon in Leo. So let's call in the guides. We will ask them to guide our reading today for the week of January 28th, just to bring us some clear answers, some guidance for this week, the last week of January, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, how fast time flies. We're heading into February, so just give us some advice and direction. And courage to know the truth as well. Like if we're not paying attention to something in our life, bring that forward, so that we can really be made aware of the things that we're sort of ignoring or negating. All right. The week of January 28th. All right, so I do see at the beginning of the week, some of you are up at night worrying quite a bit. A few of you have had some betrayal issues right now running through your life. There's some feelings of regret. There's some guilt. Maybe you were the person that was doing the betraying in the relationship. I just see that any of you that are worrying the beginning of this week, like I said, that moon is going to pull out your deepest, darkest fears. So this is happening at the beginning of this week. You're going to be feeling a bit insecure, a bit unsure, the footing doesn't feel right. You know, you might feel like your foundation's a bit shaky. This is a good thing. The guides are just saying that your attention is going to be brought to areas that need to be revamped or replanned or reordered. So pay attention to that. And also anybody in your life that's just not being very truthful or honest, and you have this sense, but you just can't prove it, I guess. So the guides are asking you to pay attention to your intuition. If you're feeling that, you know, you shouldn't be really around certain people, or they just don't feel right, something feels off, and you've asked them, but they're not really validating those feelings for you. The guides are saying, you know, honor your own intuition, and know the difference between unnecessary worry and just know the difference between obsessive, unnecessary worry and actual intuition. Don't allow your fears to dictate your behavior or the way you act. The guides are saying to draw on, you know, whoever, like God, the angels, Jesus, Allah, whoever it is that you feel you can fall and feel safe with, to allow and to let go of any unnecessary worries, constant obsessive fears, Any of that kind of guilt and regret, let it go. It's not serving you. It's not helping you to grow. It's not helping you to move forward. So the guides are asking you to let that go. Use the full moon energy to release that. Again, Leo's going to shine a light on anything that needs to be sort of dealt with. So definitely do that. Wednesday, middle of the week, when the full moon hits, the guides are saying, your networking, your ability to connect with other people is a bit compromised midweek. And again, that kind of makes sense. You might not be on top of your game if you're dealing with all of this psychological turmoil. So just maybe step back a bit, take some time for yourself, do some meditation, do some inner work, like actually do the work to release these, worries and regrets. And it's more than just saying, oh, I release these worries and regrets. Like, do some kind of a ritual. I've said this many times before in my videos. Use ritual or physical ritual to actually make change, because we're here on the physical plane. So sometimes we need more than just thinking about releasing. We need some kind of a physical, tangible releasing ceremony to help us to realize that we've moved past something. So the guides are asking you to definitely do that so that you can get back on your game, get back out into this is in terms of career, get back into sharing your vision with other people and whatnot. But midweek, you're just not going to feel that. You're just going to feel, like you have to kind of like take some time for yourself, and definitely do that for sure. End of the week, it's still going to be that crazy, erratic energy and end of the week. So, just because the full moon's on Wednesday doesn't mean that, the energy of the full moon is totally dissipated by the next day. So for this entire week, really, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster. I do see a lot of activity, things coming at you from all angles, like family, work, everything kind of feels like it's piling up. So this is end of the week kind of situation. Some important communication that might have to take place. The guides are just recommending you wait until next week, at least. Just because you don't want to be having these super, deep, important conversations with someone you really care about when you're not really clear emotionally or psychologically. So clear that out. Do what you can with a ceremony, meditation, some kind of inner work. Once you get things straight in your head, whatever comes up, allow it to come up. Whether it's, these deeper, darker feelings towards other people, you realize, this person, I don't want them in my life, that person, I don't want this job. Whatever comes up with the full moon, just allow that to happen. Process it through writing, journaling, meditation, deep inner work. And then when you get sorted, when everything becomes clear, when the dust settles, maybe next week around next Wednesday-ish, or even the end of next week, you might feel a lot more clear, depending on how fast you work internally. Like some people, 1 or 2 meditations, they get clear. Other people need more time, so honor your rhythm, honor where you're at, honor what you need to do. Just take more time, because the Leo energy that's coming with this moon is going to make you want to act right away, and just be kind of super dramatic and just all over the place. No. Try to really lock yourself up, because you'll thank me later. You don't want to do anything too kind of impulsive and then you regret it later and hurt people's feelings, etc., etc. So take it easy this week. Do your best to kind of lock yourself down. That's my recommendation. I will talk to you next week. Take care, and all my blessings to you this week.